Hi! What about you, Omi? You want to date me? Oh, no problem.
I've always been in love with radio.
Hey, I can take you on, young man.
Aren't you that Miss Sunshine girl, that kind of thing?
I am forever 25. Now, why am I known Sunshine? In fact, when I was very young, my dad always calls me Baby Sunshine. When I was very young, I was a very hyper kid, I loved playing around. I like to play, let's say, pranks on people. And my aunties are all very scared of me, because I would take their shoes and I'll do all kinds of things. And then when I find lipstick inside the bag, what I do? I use it, and just pour the whole lipstick. They say, naughty, naughty girl. Well, that's what I am. I come from a very musical family. My dad loves singing. My family is actually the catalyst for me, And my father, do you know what he did? He bought three gramophones. Those days, the gramophones are old-fashioned one with a big horn, and they're very heavy. And if you were to drop one of them, oh my God, that's the end of the life of the record, that is, Music has always been with the family. That's why my brother became a musician. And he also started his own record business. And he and my cousin, they became band members. And my cousin continued to be a professional musician. He sings, he accompanies artists even like, Kit Chan, Tracy Huang, and what have you, So that's why music always runs in the family.
Ooh, it's such a lovely song.
And the things that I was so involved in the attic. My brother said, hey, I must start a record shop one day if I don't want to be a professional musician. So that's how the attic began. So for about 42 years, the attic had been there. And attic became a station selling things like vinyls, records, CDs, and what have you. And my brother became an icon himself. He became a legend. So if you say the name Attic, everybody knows. This kind of album is very hard to come by, but nowadays they have reissues, and I'm so glad that I'm able to bring them in again, And then the music that you hear on radio those days in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even, by 2000 we went digital. That was all music from the attic. When I was a little girl, I was already into radio. I love to talk, I love to sing, I love to tell stories.
I would say it always been my passion because, you see, I'm a very talkative person, I like to yak. I like to make friends with people, and I love all kinds of people, whether they're weirdos or whether they are like geeks or whatever. I'm able to relate, to these people, elderly, young, and what have you.
And there I was. I've been radio for 40 years. Would you mind it? And in the year 1988, in Batam, they started a new radio station, which is all modern, what we call CHR. CHR means the hit sounds, contemporary hit record. And it was run by a school of people who call themselves the animal names like Burning Heart, Joe Monkey, and what have you. And every Singaporean was actually listening to Radio Zoo, the GM and blah, 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 blah. And then they saw me, they said, Belinda, we're giving you 6 months to get a new radio station on this new kid on the block. I said, oh my God, it was fun. And that I would say was my biggest achievement because we succeeded in the year 89 sharp, 1st of Jan, the birth of 98.7. And the name of the station was called The Perfect 10. So I became a program manager of 98.7. The kind of thing is like, oh my God, it was the biggest thing, like striking a big lottery, you can say it.
What's the greatest turning point in your life recently?
Turning point when I lost my loved ones. I couldn't take it. It was a great loss when I lost my brother. First of all, we lost our father. Then I lost my mom in the year 2013. My mom was like a pillar of strength for the whole family. And then after that, I lost my brother with no rhyme or reason. He just went off. Nobody knew what happened, to today. So what I did was that I turned to my Savior. Why? What happened? I think there must be a reason for each and every one of us, sometimes when your loved ones are taken away from you. And this is something which I have experienced. Although I cherish all the nice memories, all the lovely memories and the friends that I have, but still, losing somebody you care so much and you don't even know why he is taken away from you, it's like losing a finger, that kind of thing. So that's why I went all out to help continue with the attic. And that's why also when I started to become a City Joe, I also say to myself, my City Joe job will not outshine what I love to do, and that is music, How I overcame my grief and all that loss, all that emptiness, all that vacuum, in my heart, I think I relied so much on my faith, My faith became stronger, I turn to the Lord Jesus every time, I need help. I continued the shop for a year. And then after that, I found somebody who could help me, to start the attic online. And that's why I gave up the brick and mortar, shop, and I went online, packed it for them. So this is the biggest loss that we had until today. Okay, the role of a City Joe, actually when I came for audition, I was very happy and high hopes because there's something, hey, it's up my alley. So I would say that, having clocked about 6 months already, the first 4 months were really very happy months, I was very happy, even though I may not have done a good job. It's all right, because even though there are failures, for me, every failure will make me want to work harder and achieve that success. So I always want to overcome failures. I enjoyed, I'm a person who enjoys being in front of the camera. I hope to do something for humanity if I can, but I haven't decided yet what I can do to make this place a better place, I cannot ask for the world, but even in my working place, I would like to do something. Life is not about material wealth. Life is about the people whom you love, your family, your friends, people whom you cherish, and people whom you can help to make a world a better life. Stay focused. So what if nothing good comes your way? I know we all have got to go through a lot of failures, disappointments too. And then you shout, no, be happy. So stay happy, everyone out there, if you're watching me right now. Be happy, don't worry.